I had to go to work this morning, but I'm home now, getting ready to go get my little Lukey from school. But today we are going to go over the conventional methods of treating restless leg syndrome. So, sometimes if you've got just a real mild case of restless legs, you're not actually going to go seeking medication for that because we know that taking meds can lead to side effects. So, if your problem that you're experiencing is just kind of here and there, not every single night and not all night long, then I wouldn't get chemical. I wouldn't get chemical medications at all for that. What is wrong with my shirt? Look at that. All right, let's get this straight. Anyway, sorry, I get so easily distracted. Anyway, I would not seek medication for that solution. There are other things that you can do, and we'll talk about that later, but that would be, of course, your plant based medicine options. But if it's a severe case and you need to talk to your provider about getting some treatment, there's a few ways that they probably will approach it. So the most common one that I would prescribe if you came to me and said, "Oh, my legs are jumping and blah blah blah," all night long, I would give you Mirapex, and that's it's a medication that can cause you to kind of be a little drowsy. It's not a sleep aid, but it can cause some drowsiness. Um, but it will stop that jumping feeling that you might get. Other medications that are used to actually treat conditions like Parkinson's disease are levodopa, carbidopa. There's also ropinirole, bromocriptine, and in the case of primary RLS, which is a there's a primary and a secondary, and most of the times we're going to treat secondary easier than we can primary. But if it's a primary restless leg syndrome, the medication is called rodiglitine, and I've never prescribed that in my life, but it's used for moderate to severe cases of this problem. So other medications that some people might try to give you, which I do not recommend that you ever do, would be opiates. That's not really a treatment for this. And benzodiazepines. And, if you've heard any of my videos before, I'm against benzodiazepines wholeheartedly. They are terrible drugs. People like them because they work, but they're also very addictive and they can change your brain, and you can get early onset Alzheimer's disease with these. And so just stay away from them. Don't do them. If you got anxiety, if you got restless legs, just don't. Gabapentin is another medication sometimes used for RLS. It's an anticonvulsant. And then another one called Lyrica is actually an alpha 2 delta agonist. These are both most commonly prescribed for people that have diabetes and have neuropathic pain because of the damage done from the diabetes. And then if people are on kidney dialysis, you can get restless legs with that, and it's a situation where there's a loss of iron. Um, so non-pharmacological measures that don't include plant medicine would be things like practicing good sleep hygiene. So you would want to eliminate caffeine from your diet, and especially late in the afternoon, you would eliminate alcohol and nicotine. These two things you don't want to do if you've got a bad case of RLS, and especially if you don't want to do meds. So just don't, try to eliminate these things because they're kind of toxic to the body anyway. Medications like SSRIs, which are serotonin reuptake inhibitors, Benadryl, and other dopamine agonists should also be avoided. These don't work in the setting of restless leg syndrome. Now, if you exercise, that's fabulous. You should, but don't do it before bedtime because that could exacerbate or make worse your restless legs. So instead of exercising before bed, just take a hot bath, get a massage. If you go to physical therapy or something like that, you can do some electrical stimulation. That obviously would not be before bed, but there are some, I think you can get some like little home electrical stimulation kits that you could use at home, but that to me seems like an awful lot of work. Another option for addressing this syndrome is sound frequency therapy. So I talked about this little device, I think last week, and there's a setting on there for restless legs. So, we know that our body has a frequency, our organs have frequencies, they respond to frequencies, And this watch is actually set where it has 850 different diagnoses in it that you can address, including RLS. So you can wear it to bed. You can use it for self-care for this issue and much, much more. So let's just say, you're going to get restless legs. You put your watch on. Let me grab it so you can see it. All right, so here it is. Oh, look, it's got a good reflection on it. Anyway, this is it. You just turn it on and it comes on, and then there's all these little settings on here, and you just click one of those. Oop, I'm not good at that. Like under the pain setting, I'm not sure where restless legs is, but it could be under there. We could look at nerves. There's neuralgia. Anyway, so it just emits this sound frequency, and so you can wear it to bed, and then let's just say you do good, you don't have any problems during the night with the restless legs, and then the next day you get up and you're constipated. Well, you can put it on then too. So this watch is great. It really is. And if you want to get one, use my code, you save $100. So that is a cool deal. I really like this thing. Anyway, so there's the Wave Watch. In 2014, the FDA actually approved, and this is interesting, and that's why I think this Wave Watch would be so great, because the FDA actually approved a device that is a vibrating pad, and you wear it to bed. So it's vibrating, which is sending a frequency into your muscles and your nerves, which is exactly what this watch is doing. It's just that the watch is doing it via sound, where the vibrating pad is doing it via emotion. So it's called Relaxis. That's the name of the little pad doohickey. And I don't know how much they cost. I'd never heard of it until I just started researching for this topic. But anyway, that's that for conventional methods of treating RLS. Now, as we move on, I'll be going more into plant medicine options, including your cannabis, your CBD, essential oils, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to be yakking at you later about that one. You guys have questions, please let me know. And again, I'll put in my little plug. If you comment, it'll boost the algorithm and more people will see the videos. And my two groups are private groups. You cannot get in just by getting in. You have to ask to be let in. And the reason for that is because some of these topics that I talk about are sensitive, and Facebook is not, I don't want to shut me down. So I've got that in my private groups. So there you go. I will put the link for the Wave Watch in this video. Okay, you guys have a good day.